I'm having trouble trying to sleep. I'm counting sheep but running out. As time ticks by, still I try. No rest for cross-chops in my mind. On my own, here we go.
All right, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're dialed in. You're live. This is the experience known as the Unleashed Radio Hour. I'm your host, Ron Klinger. As always, it is a privilege and an honor to be on the airwaves with you today. We're going to get started here real quick with our show and our topic. This is another one of Houston's best and brightest shows where the elite award winners are here in studio with me today, where we can learn, what was it that made, why are they elite? What do their employees think about their employee experience? That's what we're going to dig into. But before I get there, already up streaming live on Facebook at Unleashed Radio Hour. That's right, the subliminal message is coming. You will go to Facebook. You will like Unleashed Radio Hour on Facebook. Follow the page. Stay connected. Hey, we're going to get a lot of information today on things like strategic company performance, employee education and development, and then how do you get to be the overall best of the best here in Houston. We'll learn about that today as well. But hey, we want you to follow along. We want you to stay connected. We want you to be involved in the show. So feel free to follow along at UnleashedRadioHour.com. Also on Facebook, just search Unleashed Radio Hour. You hear the music? We're going to run to a break. We'll be right back after these messages.
This is Jason Bible with Right Path Radio. Look, if you're new to real estate or you're experienced and you just want a little help with wholesaling, flipping, rentals, you really need to get on the right path. So why should you listen to us? We take the confusion out of real estate investing. We make tailor-made plans just for you. Just like not every house is the same, so why should your investing plan be the same as every other investor? So listen to our show, Right Path Radio, weekdays 9 a.m. right here on Business 1110 KTEK.
The following update is for drivers who pay too much for car insurance due to DUIs, DWIs, tickets, or anything else. Our company specializes in low-cost SR22 auto insurance. We know that mistakes happen and offer free quotes for very affordable auto insurance meant specifically for you, the overpaying high-risk driver. The quote is free and we'll handle the filing so you could start saving money. Call 800-749-2984. 800-749-2984. 800-749-2984.
This is Business 1110.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Always excited to be on the airwaves with you. Again, this is the experience known as the Unleashed Radio Hour. I am your host, Ron Klinger, and this is a production of Motivational Transitions. You can learn more by going out to motivationaltransitions.com. Hey, we got people following along on the stream. Hello. I don't usually do that loud voice, but a high pitch, but we'll leave that one out there for today. Hey, I'm always excited when we get a chance to share best practices, and that's really what the show is about today. If you're the first-time listener or first-time following along, this show is about putting information, tools, and resources out there on the airwaves and on the podcast, because you could be listening to the podcast because you're a smart cookie. You went out to UnleashedRadioHour.com, you clicked on the podcast link, or you're lucky enough to find it out on iTunes. It's also out on iTunes. And really, the key is how can I help to put information on the airwaves to help you unleash your career and your business? So today I've got the brothers are in the house. We got a full capacity studio here today. We're going to share some best practices that are a direct reflection of their efforts that have been recognized by Houston's best and brightest companies to work for here in the Houston area. We've got a series of shows that we have already done, great things that have been out there about diversity and inclusion, about work-life balance. But today we're here, we're going to talk about strategic company performance. What does that all mean, and how did they get recognized at that? How, employee education and development, and then truly how, one company getting recognized above all as the best of the best and what it took to get there. So today, my first guest, welcome into the studio. Welcome to the airwaves, Michael Miller from Miller Grossbard Advisors. Michael, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I'm ready to go now. It's my turn. I'm up on the mic. So first of all, Michael, tell them a little bit about Miller Grossbard Advisors. What do y'all do? And give them an essence for your company first.
Sure. We are a professional accounting firm, but we really go leaps and bounds above that, and we really want to be a trusted advisor to our clients. And I think, our people do a great job of one thing, and it's making the complex simple. And that allows our clients to think forward. Right. And really everything that we do is about taking that twisted knot and making it a nice smooth rope on the other side.
So basically leading them to the water so that they can drink.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's a little hot out there today, so that's not a bad thing, right?
Not at all.
Starting to heat up real quick. All right, so, again, advisors, you guys had an opportunity here, and I've got some notes from the event where you were recognized several months ago, where what's it moving away from a top-down management approach? Talk a little bit about that here real quick.
Sure. I think, we really try to bring everyone's opinion into the fold. And one way that we've done that recently is we created this whole Reimagine team. And what it is, it's a team of 5 individuals, all from different facets of the business, but none of them have more than 3 years of experience in the industry.
So some fresh eyes and fresh experience, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
So it's not just what did the 26-year-old, founding history members say, this is what we need to do and this is why we do it.
My day.
Mm-hmm. This is how we used to do it.
And we've always done it this way, right?
Exactly.
No. So they have an opportunity really to refine and to provide some positive impact as far as continuous improvement.
Absolutely, and they're the next leaders of the firm, so how do they want the firm to be? What do they want their firm to look like? So really getting them involved.
So that leads us here in a moment to where you all were the top-ranked company in the Houston companies that participated in the Houston's Best and Brightest companies to work for into the program and gone through the employee engagement survey, and we're going to get to that in just a second. But what made you guys jump in and get involved with the program in the first place?
Really, I think it was good for our employees to be able to have an outlet and let us know how they feel, as opposed to, walking up and asking them,
right.
Where you get, the crickets.
Yeah.
It's here's an anonymous way, and anything that we can find out, we want to make their lives better. We spend the most of our time with our people, so why not be around folks that you like and enjoy and let them have the collective input into what they want their day to be like.
Well, and I so appreciate that perspective, because that is what is needed today, and it's a change in the business landscape. And I say that, and I say this with all due respect, baby boomers out there listening, this is the new wave of going forward in business. I'm not saying right, I'm not saying wrong, I'm saying it's about engagement and hearing the voice of your employees, and that's what you just highlighted as the important piece. Hey, we really want to hear from them and what they have to say.
Absolutely. And, I think what really resonated with us is someone was saying, it's not about trying to read the label from inside the jar. So let's actually read the label. Let's get outside and see what people are saying, and that's how we make the best decision for our
That's
folks.
a great analogy. And, it's that feedback that and again, the common theme through all the shows that I've done here now since our event several months ago is that information helps us to be a stronger company.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and that's what we're looking for. And they're part of us, and we're part of them, and it's all about the greater good for everyone.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, if you're just dialing in, we're talking today to some of the elite award winners. And again, to learn more about the program for Houston's Best and Brightest, go out to 101bestandbrightest.com. Again, 101bestandbrightest.com. And again, the tag there that really just reiterates what you just said, for the Best and Brightest programs is better business, richer lives, stronger communities. It's about bringing us together, about knowing, learning, growing, and develop. And in this case, being strategic. So let's talk about, you all were recognized in the category of strategic company performance and what you did in partnering with your human resources team and your C-suite, right, your C-level group. What did that look like for you all?
So a big thing for us was this culture committee that we created. And really, we go through and we interview folks for very technical positions. But the technical, I can find people that check the technical box.
Yep. They have the proficiency and the skills.
Not a problem.
Yep.
What's much more important and I think valuable is the culture. Are they going to fit? Do you want to work side by side, hand in hand with this individual who's going to be a part of the team with you for the next, career? Because really we say, hey, we're hiring for careers, not for positions.
Correct. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
See, that's how we roll. Look, if you knew about it enough, I had the little red whistle is absent for the second week in a row. What am I doing? I've got a whistle. I would have just been toot, 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 because one of the pop words, one of the words on this show all the time, it is about culture. And what people need to understand that are out there who are leaders, who are running businesses, who are managers, that's what you drive. And if you don't have information to help you drive it in a positive fashion, you're not going to be successful with your team.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about, what are those, talk about your reporting and some of the things and what's this PEO service? What's all that about?
So what we wanted to do is we wanted to provide them with resources that they could have at, beck and call. And, from a PEO perspective.
So what's PEO stand for those that aren't dialed in?
Professional Employer Organization.
Okay.
So, we've got an outsourced group, and all they do is payroll, benefits, all of the administration. And really it was, I don't want you to have one person that you have to go to benefits. I want you to have an entire team.
Nice.
And what we gave our people was, everyone has a problem with an explanation of benefits. Maybe they go and they get a procedure, and then they get this massive amount of bills. They have nowhere to turn to.
It's like, oh my gosh, this is what?
Yeah. So we've got, dedicated resources. They always answer the phone, and they will be basically your advocate between you and the insurance company to understand what happened, what took place. Because for us, we want to let them have comfort in knowing that they've got resources out there to do way more productive things in their world.
Awesome. What are some of the other things that you think really helped get that recognition from, because again, you're getting recognized by your employees.
Sure. And
you ranked the highest in Houston that participated in strategic company performance. What do you think attributed to that for you guys?
We all work hard, but I think we like to play hard as well, and I think a lot of people, kind of, talk the talk, but do they walk the walk? Last week, everyone was out, doing an escape room adventure. So we literally sent the entire office over, and there's, 40 people in these various escape rooms working with each other, having a great time, getting out there. And whether it's that or bowling or doing barbecues at at an employee's house and having lots of folks over, we just like to have fun. And look, the best is when you see, one of the founders of the firm whiffing at the piñata and falling on their rear end and everyone laughing there and helping pick them up. So
I like how you censored that as you went along the way.
Trying to.
No, and it is part of that is recognizing that we are in this together. We all come in, we all make a choice when our feet hit the ground. I'm going to go work at X, Y, or Z company. What does that mean? It's also about the experience that they have while they're with you.
Absolutely. And, it goes both ways. It's good and bad. We're there to share in the excitement of people. We celebrated 3 weddings, but we've been there when things are tough for folks too. And I think that's just as valuable as, we're there in sunshine and in rain.
Amen. We're going to come back to a couple other things, but I also want to get to one of our other guests that's here in the studio. He's chimed up. He's ready. He stepped up to the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to bring with you Brett Auer. He was the Director of Operations for Medics. So first of all, Brett, welcome to the show.
How you doing, Ron?
We roll it. We're doing well. All right. Hey, so tell us a little bit about Medics, and then let's get into this. You guys were recognized under Employee Education and Development, but first tell us, Medics, what is Medics all about?
Absolutely. Medics is a workforce solutions company here in Houston, and some people refer to as staffing and recruiting. We're specializing in healthcare, IT, and the scientific fields. So we're helping our clients find and retain top talent in the market, and then we're helping professionals in those fields find the best career out there for them.
Nice. Very good. Very good. So real quick, we got to give a shout out. We've got Jeb is dialed in. It says Medics is listening, following along, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Jeb would do that.
So we got a shout out there to Jeb, who's following along on the stream out on Facebook. Hey, you can follow along too. Just go out to Facebook, search Unleashed Radio Hour, and follow along on the stream. We've got it running up. Jeb says, Brett, the Hour of Power.
Yeah, old nickname. That nickname's gone.
Old nickname's gone? Okay. So by the end of the show, we'll have to unleash the new nickname.
Sure.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about, again, employment and doing a lot in that area. Talk about those employee education and development efforts that you guys have made.
Right, absolutely. And, I think the main thing for us is we don't act like we have it figured out, really, at any point. I think employee education and development is obviously an ongoing process. It's one of those things that you got to listen to your team, right, on what they want to be educated on, how they want to be developed. We have tools to be able to do that, right? Sending out surveys on what extra training do people need, where do they want to see their career develop in certain ways. And like a lot of companies, we have a great training, and development team, right, that rolls out a lot of the initiatives. But the initiatives then get to our local offices, and it's really up to us to help each other out. And I think you mentioned that word culture. Can I get a whistle?
Yeah. Toot toot.
There you go. And that's what
Best I can do right now.
Yeah, right.
I forgot the little red
That was kind of
whistle.
weak, Ron.
I know. I'll work on it.
No, I'm kidding. No, and that's I think when it comes down to the to the local level, everybody locking arms together and helping educate and train. And I don't care if you've been with our company 6 months. If there's something that you've proved to be proficient at, we're going to give you the opportunity to lock arms with one of your teammates and help them along with their development.
Well, and that's the common thread that we're hearing, from Michael to Brett, that is consistent with the Houston's best and brightest companies to work for, and those who are being recognized by their employees. It's that they have that sense of belonging. It's not how do I want to put this? It's not like, pardon me for pulling my ear. Oh, it's me, time to go to work today. It's more like Tigger, bouncing all over the place, ready to go to work and excited to be a part of what's going on. And I can't help but believe in both of your cases that then flows on to those and overlaps out to those that you serve on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, that's excellent to hear you say that. Our president and CEO actually has said before, be a Tigger, don't be an Eeyore. So it's funny that you dropped that reference.
It's a small world after all. Wait, man, that's Disney. That's a whole other route for us to take. Hey, you hear the music? We're going to run to a quick break. You're dialed in. This is the Unleashed Radio Hour on Business at 1110, KTEK.
I'm Trina Webster.
And I'm Dan Webster, founders of Z Quiet. Let me be honest, I snored.
Yeah, he did. Crazy loud.
And I was forced to sleep on the couch most nights.
Dan tried everything, including surgery, to solve his snoring problem.
Nothing worked.
So he turned to experts and created a solution that's a total game changer. A mouthpiece called Z Quiet.
Not just any mouthpiece, one that gently opens the airway where the snoring happens. In fact, it's based on the same technology as treatments costing thousands of dollars.
It allows natural jaw movement so you can talk, breathe normally, and best of all, sleep comfortably without making a sound.
And what's really cool is that it couldn't be easier. Just pop it in before you go to sleep to kick snoring out of bed.
So you can sleep quiet
with Z Quiet.
Z Quiet fits both men and women. Try it risk-free for 30 days for just $9.95. Go to getzquiet.com or text SNORE to 91011. Go to getzquiet.com or text SNORE to 91011.
Attention managers, business owners, and human resources professionals. Do you struggle with positively engaging and developing your team? Hi, this is Ron Klinger, host of the Unleashed Radio Hour. For over a decade, I have been coaching and helping leaders just like you. From management and leadership training to individual coaching and support, I can help you address the everyday challenges you face in your business or organization. If you're looking for a partner to your success, call the man who can help you with your plan. You can reach me online at motivationaltransitions.com or by phone at 832-746-9760.
This is Business 1110.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Yes, and we are hustling here today on the show. This is the experience known as the Unleashed Radio Hour. Always grateful for my brother Mike on the board. Never know what we're going to get, but always loving what he drops on the mic and on the music beats from our flow to make this a fun, engaging experience for you, which is all about what we're here to talk about today. It's how do we make that happen? We're talking about specifically the Houston's best and brightest companies to work for. I'm here today. I've got the pleasure. We're going to get to our final guest here in just a little bit, but I've been talking with Michael Miller from Miller Grossbard Advisors and Brett Auer from Medics, whose family is also dilated, paying attention to what's going on out on Facebook. We went to break and we talked about it is, this process. The first time really getting involved and engaged, been at it for a little while. What has that process of really being involved in the Houston's best and brightest programs, really look like for you guys?
Yeah, I'll go. Actually, Ron, this is the first year that we've participated in Best and Brightest at Medics, and I'll tell you, the returns already have been absolutely excellent, from really the, three-pronged approach. One, from our internal employees, right? Because that's who's recognizing us. It really kind of validates some of the things that we're doing for each other, right? To create opportunity, because that's really what we're here for, is creating opportunity for each other here in the company. But also, for our clients, who have recognized that we've been named one of the best and brightest companies here in Houston, and the talent that we work with, the individuals that we work with day in and day out, who are the lifeblood of our company that we're placing, at certain industries. those individuals are definitely seeing it and hearing about it as well. So it's been excellent all the way around.
It sounds like what I've witnessed over time is it becomes more of a viral infection. And I mean that in an absolute positive way. It's like, it's that positive vibe and that energy that just kind of goes off. I don't even want to know where our other guest took that one here, but we'll leave that alone for later because I know you well enough to know. Exactly, power hour, right? But it's that whole piece of, hey, let's accentuate and put a spotlight on what we're doing well, and then let's continue to do that. And it sounds like, Michael, that's a little bit, you guys have been involved for a couple of years and really have been able to step up and now, for the first time, being recognized as one of the Elite Award winners.
Sure, and I think, a great job at answering the question. You get to find out what's really working well, and that's awesome, but also the ability to see where you need to kind of refocus some of your efforts. And we're at the point of our time in our company where it's a little easier to pivot, so we want to put the right things in place now, so as we continue to get larger.
Not a startup, not, where it's like, hey, we have to pick and choose our battles. Now we can, that resonance of what your employees are telling you, we can actually give a little bit more credence and look at it because we're at a different place and we're continuing to learn.
Sure, and they like that as well. And, again, if they're happier, it means everything's working. And our clients, of course, obviously like it because they know the people that are there, that have their best interests at heart, they're happy doing what they're doing. So they're going to be happy working for them.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, it's that piece of, a lot of folks, they want to have their voice heard. Some organizations, they don't even get the chance to do that. But the thing that I love about this process that I hear every year, and then I have the gift of putting this message out there through your stories, it's that connection, it's that family feel, it's that want to get up and go to work, it's that want to maybe go that extra mile because I've got people looking out for me.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, it's almost like a validation in a sense, right? Like you've put in so much hard work, right? Every single day, every week, every year, and to be recognized, like this, it really does. It keeps everyone engaged, right? Willing to go that extra mile for each other.
That employee engagement, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm still going to preach it, and I'm still going to teach it. Employee engagement, pardon the old analogy, you may appreciate this, is the holy grail of the workforce today, right? And if you think you've already got one, well, then you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself and get involved in a program like Houston's Best and Brightest to truly get that pulse, to get that data. Much like, Michael, what you said, hey, you know what you're doing well. You get that affirmation that you're talking about, Brett, but you also get to say, okay, hey, where might we need to get some attention or some resources that, we're just not thinking about it because we're every day stuck in the whirlwind of what we do.
Sure, we don't want to rest on our laurels.
Well, this is a great piece to dance away to a break. See how that comes in there like that? Hey, we may be too legit to quit here at some point in time, right? Hey, you hear the music. It's time for us to run to a break. You're dialed in. This is the Unleashed Radio Hour. We'll be right back after these messages.
Attention to all listeners of this station who suffer from any kind of pain, whether it's back pain, joint pain, arthritis pain, foot pain, or even diabetic foot pain. We have breaking news. There are changes with Medicare and insurance companies that may benefit you. These changes may now allow you to receive safe yet very powerful pain relief treatment items covered by Medicare and your insurance. Thousands of customers have been sent these proven pain relief systems that now may be available to you. With your qualification, you could receive these pain relief systems, which may be covered by Medicare and your insurance company at little or no cost to you and include free shipping. Call now and use the special code RADIO to activate and confirm your eligibility. Call right now at 800-797-1086, 800-797-1086, 800-797-1086. Call now, 800-797-1086.
This is Business 1110.
And yes, as the music says, we are back, but we're here to celebrate. That's what we're back to do today. We are celebrating the efforts of Houston's best and brightest companies to work for. The companies that were selected and by their employees as being the elite companies, and I've got the distinct honor and privilege. I'm going to set this one up just a little bit because I have a feeling we're going to have some more fun because we had fun last year. You know, when we go through all of this, we have an opportunity to not only recognize in all the different categories that are out there, you can go out very easily, go out to 101bestandbrightest.com. Again, 101bestandbrightest.com. Click on programs, click on previous winners, go to Houston, click on the 2017 link, and what you're able to see are who are those elite winners. Everything from employee enrichment and engagement and retention to diversity and inclusion. We heard already medics, employee education and development. All right, from Miller Grossbard Advisors, we've got that strategic company performance, and there's a whole bunch more that's out there. But then we also get to crown the best of the best.
Yeah, I'm reminded of the 94-95 Rockets and their two-peat of world champions.
Look at him. Hey, comes out swinging from the gate. Ladies and gentlemen, that voice you heard, and I knew I could count on him for some fun, and I'm going to flip the camera over to him to get his mug on here. He is James Schuler. He is the Regional Sales Director for Center Technologies. Now, Center Technologies was elected as the overall best of the best for 2017. There's a whole...
And 16.
Pardon me. And 16, right?
It's important.
Yes. All right, so now we'll start comparing you to LeBron or somebody else, and we'll get into that Michael Jordan whole thing here pretty soon, I'm sure. All right, but James, first, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
We had a blast last time.
Thank you.
Right, you were with Karen last time with all four, and she made an appearance again as well because they were recognized. But you got a lot of things that you guys do, and the one I want to put that out there and start with this is the company is all about team equaling family. Tell me about that.
It's deep-rooted, and it's one of those things you can't fake. I think we heard a little bit about that from Brett and Michael, too, is if you're going to pretend for 1 minute your culture is going to be a tight-knit family, you're going to fail. It can't sustain.
Got to back it up. Got to talk the talk, walk the walk.
Right. So I'd echo what I heard earlier about being there in tough times. We want to know about the tough times every bit as much as we want to know about the good times. And those moments, obviously, we're not in celebration, but we're pulling together and seeing through it. So, yeah.
So let's talk about some of the programs, and again, if this is the second year overall best of the best, you guys are doing some things right. So what are some things from your perspective, or let me even rephrase this, from those employees that you're learning through the process of being a part of Houston's best and brightest companies to work for in the program and the employee engagement survey that goes out and get data and feedback? What are some of those things that you're hearing? Boy, golly, we really appreciate this about being an employee and working at Center Technologies.
Yeah, the tough part is we really hope to be something easy to put our finger on and be able to say, hey, here's the recipe for success. Let's put this in other areas. And it hasn't been. It's been more of a, boy, you never get tired. How do y'all never get tired and get rest on your laurels, as we said earlier, and continue to find new great ways to reach out to the employees and to hear them and put new ideas into action. Best thing I've heard of is the new group that Michael set up. Of young guys in the industry to try to bring in new, fresh ideas. I think that's a great idea. I'm probably going to steal it.
Well, and see, hey, go ahead, because
Trademark.
Oh, it's been trademarked. Okay, that's all right.
Use the name.
Yeah, just you'll change the name. We'll do it. It'll look similar but not identical.
Schuler's team.
Yeah.
Call it.
Nothing closely personally related to James at all. So real quick, we're going to go to a break here in a minute. But one of the things that's even in the information from our event, one of the comments that one of your employees put in there, it said, it's a long drive, but worth it to work at Center Technologies.
He drives from closer to the coast than Lake Jackson. So he's right on the water all the way to Greenspoint. And I think he does it because he winds up finding friends and long-term connections that helped him through tough projects, and he's now helping others through tough projects. So once mentored, now the mentor.
Amen. So, hey, we're going to hear more about what that looks like at Center Technologies when we come back. But let me tell you, this company stood out above the rest. They scored in the top 10% in 8 of the 10 categories scored, which we've talked about some of those, and the top 1% in all of these categories. So we're going to talk about these. Top 1% for compensation. Hey, you looking? Benefits and employee solutions, recruitment, selection, orientation, and diversity. Hey, this team equals family. There might be something to it. Hey, we're going to get to it when we come back right after these messages.
Are you struggling with addiction or alcohol problems? If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help, and your insurance may offer coverage.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Call the Addiction Hope and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-745-0363. 800-745-0363.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction Hope and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-745-0363. 800-745-0363.
This is Business 1110.
Yes, we're walking on the wild side here. This is the Unleashed Radio Hour, your host, Ron Klinger. We have the gift, the honor, and the privilege of being in the studio today to be on the airwaves to share stories about Houston's best and brightest companies to work for. You know, we've gotten a chance so far to learn about Miller Grossbart Advisors in the area of strategic company performance. We're going to come back to Michael Miller here in just a second, as well as Brett Auer from Medics, where they were recognized as an elite category winner in the area of employee education and development. So they're doing something about that there. And that last segment, we just got to tip the iceberg here, right? So we got to stop, collaborate, and listen, right, to James, who is from Center Technologies. Now, you guys, I gave the litany of the top 1% of all those areas. You've been involved in the Houston's Best and Brightest programs for a while now. What is that doing from your perspective for Center Technologies?
It's keeping us focused. There's no other way to put it, really. It's keeping us focused on making sure that we're always looking for ways to strive to be best in those areas that you just said. I'd like to know the two that weren't on there. He said 8 of the 10. What were the two?
I don't have those.
I'm sure we do have them.
I'm sure you can figure that out. Right?
Yeah.
Well, and that's a great point. No, and that's a great point, too, because one of the things that people may not recognize or know about the program is, real quick, let me give a quick overview, right? When a company, and you all can self-nominate, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, we want to go. We choose. We're making the choice to go through this program. Go out to 101bestandbrightest.com, put in the nominate. It's a real quick form. We'll follow up with you. They'll follow up and say, hey, this is what it looks like. And what it really looks like is an employee engagement survey that goes out to your employees. It's all done electronically, so they click, they point, they ship. It goes off to a third party that does all the tabulations and then sends that information over to the parent company for Houston's best and brightest companies to work for. And what you wind up getting is that data and that feedback that, again, we talked about the pulse earlier, but the point to you is like, yeah, I'm sure we can figure that out. Where didn't we achieve the results that maybe we've been trying to achieve? Mm-hmm. And it's no different than, I look at it this way. We've all been matriculated through our educational system where you know how you're doing based upon your grade. Mm-hmm. Well, your company's no different. But if you're never getting any grades, you really don't know where you're at.
Yeah, last year I was here telling you that everybody thinks they got a sense of humor, but not everybody can, right? Somebody has to not have a sense of humor, and This was a validation process for us. This year, it feels a little bit different. This year, it's more of we didn't know what to do with those results. We didn't know what to do with what was good and what was bad, and it seems that the tweaks we made were well heard from our employees, and that's a great thing. Well,
and I think the key is that you're engaging them and involving them in that process,
right?
So that you don't have to figure it out all on your own, that you can go out, and again, that is from my experience and my background, that is a choice and a cognizant decision made at the highest level of your organization to say, hey, we're not just going to do a top-down approach and push it through the organization, that we're almost going to do a bottom-up and really help us understand where are we, where do we need to go, and what does that look like? Safe bet, guys?
Right. Very safe, yeah.
Very safe.
We're doing some new things this year. They'll look different than past years. Of course, we'll do our crawfish boil. Of course, we'll do our.
And I'm going to get to that one next time. You need to give me the date earlier. I know I didn't
blame
get a chance.
Me. You put the blame back on me, huh?
No, the truth is, I told you my dad had to be on that weekend.
Yeah.
Right. So I had to do what I had to do.
Not a problem. Love for you to be there. In fact, guys, I'll send you an invite too, Michael.
Big old crawfish boil.
Bring some music for us.
Yes. Yeah.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
There it is. Yeah.
See, look, he wants to take over the microphone. Hey, we'll just kick it over. Right?
So we also are going to do some new things this year. We're putting together a Shark Tank idea where we're going to have everybody come in and pitch ideas to leadership, and then we're going to give awards out based on presentation and ideas. And so we're looking forward to rolling that out this year and having that make an impact in next year's votes.
Very good, very good. A couple of things that you're doing here that we haven't talked about so far. Tuition reimbursements, bonuses, social activities, team building. I mean, what don't you do?
I knew.
Yeah. Let me stop there with you.
Yeah.
So what are some of the programs that you think get the greatest support from your employees?
Yeah, the social activities, probably. I mean, we're an IT company. We work all night lots of times, right? So if there's an IT problem down, then we're going to be, I mean, let's not use that cliche too many times, but work hard, play hard. If anyone thinks they can out-social us, we'll have that off with you. We can do that.
Yeah, it's the social off event.
But what does that do to your company, though? It brings everybody together in a setting that's not the same old setting. And so if you're going to drive a family atmosphere, that's what you need to have. And I heard earlier, a barbecue at an employee's house or something like that, that does more to drive camaraderie and teamwork and willing to stay late and go the extra mile than just about anything else does.
Well, in essence, if I can put this together too, not only are you facilitating the experience, you're facilitating the opportunity for your team, work, family to truly build relationships when it's not just task, do, get done.
That's exactly right.
Yep. All right. So what are some of the other things? What do you enjoy the most about all the programs and efforts at Center Technologies?
I like the creativity. I like the creativity most. I think it's, I told you this last year, that anyone in the company who makes an idea or makes a recommendation on change is always heard. And we live by that only because we were all there at one point, either at the very bottom of a company, a mid-range, or in a leadership position. We all had good ideas back then as well. And so hearing different people bring up different ideas on how to do things in a way that we've always done them, but maybe just tweaked slightly, always gets me excited. Implementing those is always fun. We're also moving offices this week. We're moving offices Friday night. And that's been one of those, it's always been, it's a burden. It's a distraction. It's a ton of work.
Yep.
But you're starting to see certain folks step up to the plate who want to be a part of that and help out. And we're going to have a team there this weekend, all working hard on making sure that office move Monday morning is perfect.
And where are you guys moving from and moving to?
Yeah, moving from Greenspoint to Greenspoint.
Okay.
Across the highway.
Across the highway.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Better lunch options.
There you go.
Yeah,
right.
always thinking about the lunch
about
options.
The socialization
Yeah,
opportunities.
correct. Yeah.
I'm dialing in now, James, and again, it's great to have you back. You've also stepped up too, because you step up onto the Houston's Best and Brightest board to help steward forward programs. Michael, you guys have helped be sponsors of the event and making sure that's getting out there. Medics is on the hook, right? No, no pressure, right? Not to push anywhere, right? No, but my point to that is, not only have you both seen value for what it's done,
right.
You've seen value to say, hey, we need to continue to do this and carry this on for something larger than it's just our company. Let's make sure this program actually moves forward for Houston as well.
Yeah, Michael, you'd probably agree that this has grown a ton in 4 years. Would you agree?
It has, and you know what? Each year it's bigger and better.
Yeah.
So it's moving in the right direction. We're super pumped to see that happen.
Yeah, Ron, you've been around how many years?
I've been around since its inception coming here to Houston. So 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
And we won in Dallas this year as well. Center Technologies did this past year's the Elite Award as well. Yeah. I don't know how long it's been around in Dallas, but we've seen such growth in this in Best and Brightest. I heard it's big in Atlanta, big in Chicago.
Absolutely.
But it's becoming much, much larger here locally, and that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, so just so you all know out there, you can go out, click on 101bestandbrightest.com, click on the programs, and what you'll be able to see is, and great lead-in as to where all this is.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. All right, is in Atlanta, very big in Atlanta, Boston, Chicago, Dallas-Fort Worth. It's the second year for being up in Dallas-Fort Worth. Okay. It's our 6th year going into our 7th here in Houston. Originally started out in the metropolitan Detroit area, Milwaukee, San Diego, San Francisco, and then also out in West Michigan, because again, it started up in Michigan. But again, it's the cool thing is you also not only get to hear what you're doing, but understand what some of those best practices are nationally.
And I'm also hearing from my customers. I ran into Rubicon and Cam Integrated. We ran into a whole bunch of our customers that were there and hearing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that only helps.
Well, it's that synergy that goes back to that better businesses, richer lives, stronger communities.
Right.
And that's the mantra that we carry with the program, that it's hard to not come away from that event with just this this high of woohoo, this is great, because there's a lot of positive things being shared.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, you've participated. What was that event like for you this year, attending and being a part of it? I'm going to kick over here and just kind of talk about the event just a little bit.
So from our firm, my brother was actually able to participate. And again, we try to mix up the participation so different people can get perspective on it. And I think it was great. It gives the opportunity, like James was saying, to see other folks there, because we had a couple of our clients there as well. And I think that provides, again, this camaraderie. You're part of this team now. You're part of a different team. And you want to get more people involved in it because you see how it's benefited your organization. And you want to share that with others because it's just to a greater good.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right?
Yeah, for us, Ron, I mean, being able to, we were able to get a table full, of our employees from Houston, and just being able to celebrate with them, right? And again, yes, I agree with Michael, being able to network and learn what other companies are doing, obviously that was a huge benefit to it. But looking around the table, at my teammates, right, that put in such hard work, I wish I could have had everybody there with us. Shout out to that team in Houston right now. I know that when James just said he'd out-social anybody off, I know my team just gave him the big James Harden eye roll. James Harden eye roll. So
something's getting cooked up in there.
But honestly, that was it. It was just being able to spend that time with the team that was so impactful for me and for us.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, real quick again, I want you to go out to and make sure you're following along. All the information that we're talking about, you can learn more by going out to 101bestandbrightest.com. Again, 101bestandbrightest.com. If you'd like to hear some of the other stories about what some of the other companies are learning, look, is this a plug? Is this a sell? I don't think I have to do that because it sells itself, right? It puts it out there that if you are truly, truly invested and you do want to go for that holy grail of employee engagement, right? You've got to drive the bus. It doesn't happen because you wish it or will it to be in existence. You have to put motion behind it, action, planning, and support, but also commitment from the top down that, hey, this is how we want to run our business. So you can learn more by going out to 101bestandbrightest.com. Past stories, go out to unleashedradiohour.com. Click on the podcast link, and all you need to do is just look for the Houston's Best and Brightest Elite Award winners. The shows are out there. Great opportunity. I mean, we had, again, I think, a phenomenal show with Cynthia Barrett from AccuSoft. I mean, a lot of great things that there. I mean, there's just so many best practices and stories that we get to share that, by golly, take it, rebrand it, rebrand it, do something with it to make it yours so that your employees are the benefactor of what you do and how you do it. Anything else you guys want to chime in there about the experience and being a part of the program?
I would just say, participate. Let your folks see that you care. That means the world to them.
Absolutely.
I love Bill Baeza.
Yeah, you do.
I take that away every time. Bill Baeza does an excellent job.
Hey, it was great when Dominique joined him a couple years ago, too.
That was wonderful, too.
That was wonderful as well. Hey, and then this crazy guy had to chime in that I didn't know the day that I arrived at, oh, by the way, you're going to help Bill because Bill had laryngitis. So thank God I got the pipes and I got the voice, because Lord knows I've got the face for radio. Hey, with that, we're going to run to a quick break. We're going to come back. I'm going to do our Be Positive segment that I do at this point in time. Then we'll close out the show with how you can reach out, learn more about our guests, their companies, their awards. You're dialed in. This is the Unleashed Radio Hour.
This is Albert Mohler for Townhall.com. Bernie Sanders recently announced that he will oppose President Trump's nominee for Deputy Budget Director, Russell Vought, because Vought penned a blog in which he said that Muslims stand condemned because they have rejected Jesus Christ. Vaught's post was a defense of his alma mater, Wheaton College, a Christian institution, and what he articulated was nothing other than historic, orthodox, biblical Christianity. Senator Sanders made his position quite clear.
I would simply say, Mr. Chairman, that this nominee is really not someone who is what this country is supposed to be about.
Here you have a sitting United States senator rejecting a presidentially appointed candidate simply on the basis of the fact that he had the temerity to write an article defending historic Christian doctrine. Senator Sanders would no doubt say that he's a staunch defender of the separation of church and state, and yet what he did here was nothing less than an absolute violation of religious liberty. I'm Albert Mohler.
Attention managers, business owners, and human resources professionals. Do you struggle with positively engaging and developing your team? Hi, this is Ron Klinger, host of the Unleashed Radio Hour. For over a decade, I have been coaching and helping leaders just like you. From management and leadership training to individual coaching and support, I can help you address the everyday challenges you face in your business or organization. If you're looking for a partner to your success, call the man who can help you with your plan. You can reach me online at motivationaltransitions.com or by phone at 832-746-9760.
This is Business 1110.
Oh, we're getting down. This is that classic point where we're bringing some energy. We're bringing some positive vibes. I don't know about you gentlemen, but that's getting me ready for some football in the house here in H-Town. Can't wait to see what we do and how that turns out for our Houston Texans. Hey, but listen, you've got a team as well that you need to support. One of the things that we've talked about time and time again, I've done my multi-Python references to that holy grail today of truly being about employee engagement. How do you truly bring out the best of others? And that's what I want to encourage you to do. So if you're out there listening, one of the things I love, Simon Sinek, and if you know Simon Sinek, start with why. Mm-hmm. One of the things in his book is when people are financially invested, they want to return. When people are emotionally invested, they want to contribute. And that's really what we're talking about today, is you all have been stewards of that emotional engagement and connection to your company, of what you're doing and how you're doing it. So they want to come to work. And what you need to understand, if you're out there listening, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a manager, or if you're a leader, if you're a team member, you impact that every single day. And what you got to realize is when people walk in the door to come to work, there was a survey that was done a number of years ago by the American Family Association, and the data that they got back is that we as adults in our waking hours spend 80% of it in our workplace. So you better like what you do, but you sure as heck better love and enjoy whatever that work is that your heart, passion, purpose drives you as to where you do that and who you work with. Because if you don't have that, it makes that so much more difficult. I know in the staffing world that fit is critical. We've talked about the cultural fit, Michael, and everything else. And so I can't encourage you all enough. I'm going to repeat that quote to go out there again. When people are financially invested, they want to return. They want something back. When people are emotionally invested, they want to contribute. And I think that's one of the common themes that I've heard across the board today is the folks in your companies, in your business, your organizations, they want to come to work.
Yeah, I would completely agree with you, Ron. And, one of the things that we heard our people continue to say is they want to get involved in the community. And it's been a part of our company since inception, and we've really just taken off and run with our philanthropic efforts. Our president and CEO says we have a double bottom line, right? We are a for-profit company, so obviously that is the one.
If you're not making a profit, you ain't gonna be in business long.
Exactly. The second bottom line is how many people are we impacting, right? We want to make sure that we're positively impacting the lives of the community around us as well. Things that we offer our employees, like we support the raining season, which is an orphanage out in Sierra Leone. We get to connect with some of the individuals there, and helping out Camp Hometown Heroes, which supports children who have a parent who have lost their lives that have given their service to this country. So giving our employees the opportunity to donate their time. We're sending a group out to Sierra Leone. We send people up to the camp in Wisconsin, giving the individuals that experience continues to improve engagement in our company as well.
No, absolutely. We're going to get some final thoughts here because, believe it or not, we're already at that closing segment. We're going to run to a quick break, come back, find out how you can learn more. Where can you go to connect with our guests here today in studio? Their website, potential job opportunities, because they are the elite of the elite out there and Houston's best and brightest companies to work for. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first-class tickets.
800-917-1386. 800-917-1386. 800-917-1386. That's 800-917-1386.
This is Business 1110.
Yeah, and we're pushing it here to the top of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, a little salt and a little pepper. Hey, that's no reference to the color of my beard right about now, is it? Hey, we're rolling along. This is the Unleashed Radio Hour. Today we've had the gift, the honor, and the privilege of our guests who are the elite award winners with Houston's best and brightest companies to work for. We're going to close out the show by having them have a chance to share, again, who they are, what company they represent, and how you can learn more. Michael, I'm going to kick it to you first. Kick it off with your Miller Grossbard Advisors.
Sure. So we're Miller Grossbard Advisors. We're in the Midtown area. You can find more information at millergrossbardadvisors.com. We are always looking for great people that want to be part of a great organization. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about going to work and enjoying who you're with, left and right, and all being part of something that's really great. So appreciate the opportunity.
No, we're glad to have you on the show. Glad to be able to share that message. Hey, we're going to kick it right over to that Power Hour with Brett Hour.
Wow, yeah, that's stuck, huh? So we're located in the Galleria District, and you can find us as well as at medicsteam.com. We're also at medicsteam on Twitter,
and
Instagram.
That's MEDIX.
IX, yes, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Yeah, exactly. We similar to Michael. I mean, we're looking for individuals who want to come in and create opportunity for each other, right? Contribute to a very positive culture. We do put a lot of time and effort into what we do because our clients matter, our talent that we place matters, and again, we really support each other day in and day out.
But you're also, it's the epitome of talent in the essence of internal, working with medics directly, and your external, meaning those that you place out in the staffing with your clients that they're there to serve.
Double meaning, absolutely.
Amen, right. Amen. So again, medicsteam.com, and that's medics, MEDIX. All right, and then the man, the myth, and the legend.
So we're Center Technologies. We spell it a little different, though. CENTRE. Technologies is spelled the normal way, but Center is different. So Center Technologies. We're on the north side of town, but we have employees all over the state. So if you're interested at all in working at Center, you can call Adam Damask on his cell phone at 713-705-7024. 713-705-7024. It's Adam Damask, our head recruiter. Feel free to call him on his cell phone.
And everyone's lighting up that number right now as we speak.
We got 6 offers went out yesterday. I interviewed 2 today. So we are definitely hiring right now, and we're growing.
And as all companies that are here today, you are being recognized as being elite award winners in different areas, but elite in the fact that you are Houston's best and brightest companies to work for. So thank all 3 of you for being on the show, Michael, Brett, and James. It's always a pleasure to have you guys in here to tell the stories, to put that out there on the airwaves so that people can listen, learn more, and know where to get more information as far as being involved, not only in the program, but about your companies as well. So from me to you, thank you for what you do for your employees. Thank you for your willingness to be on the show, and thank you for being good stewards of that employee experience and the holy grail known as employee engagement. Ladies and gentlemen.
Looking forward to it next year as a three-peat.
A three-peat. Oh, it's already calling his shot. Already calling the shot from Center Technologies. Hey, I got to call my shot, which is to thank you for dialing in, for following along once again. Hey, this has been the experience known as the Unleashed Radio Hour. Your host, Ron Klinger. Thank you for being a part of the show. Until next week, see ya.